So today we'll cover absolute and annualized returns differences. Many people who have been asking recently about the difference between absolute return and annualized returns. So let us see in today's session today what exactly is the difference between absolute and annualized returns. So we'll also see how we actually calculate both of these returns, and in the end we'll summarize that how these returns are coming for a similar example and how do they compare. So absolute return as a definition is a simple thing. It's just a measurement of an performance of the investment instrument irrespective of the time for which it was kept invested. So we'll take two examples to explain this. One is in which we talk about a one-time investment, an instrument like a fixed deposit, and another is a periodic investments which we do say in a mutual fund or a fixed deposit. So first example is a one-time investment in which an investor is doing an investment of say 10 lakh rupees for a period of 3 years in a fixed deposit, and after the end of 3 years he has got 12 lakh rupees in his hand. So to calculate the absolute return, it's a simple formula. Whatever the amount which you have got in your hand, subtract the principal amount, that is 10 lakh rupees, divide by the principal amount, that is 10 lakh in this case, into 100. So that is 20% of the returns which you have got in your investments. Now let's take a case of a periodic investment. In a periodic investment, let us say the person is investing 1 lakh rupee every month, and he is going to invest that for the next 12-month period. So his investment from his pocket is 12 months into 1 lakh, that is 12 lakh rupees. But it has grown to say let's 12.8 lakh only. So what is the absolute return? Absolute return is 12.8 minus 12 lakh, that is the principal amount for the amount which is invested for every month, divided by the principal amount again 12 lakh into 100, that is 6.67%. So these are the two examples which just tells us how to calculate the absolute return for a one-time and for a periodic investment. Now let us understand what is annualized returns. Annualized return is a measure of an investment performance on an yearly basis. So there is a time period associated when we are talking about an annualized return, and in this example, or as the name suggests it is an annual performance, therefore it's an yearly basis we calculate the annualized performance. Again, I'll take an example of one-time investment of fixed deposit, and a similar example in which we are talking about a 10 lakh investment which has grown to 12 lakh in the next 3 years time frame. In this, let us see what is the value of this investment after a period of 1 year. So after a period of 1 year, 10 lakh rupees has grown from 10 lakh to 10.63, which implies a 6.3% return. Similarly, after the end of 1 more year, you are getting a 6.3% return on 10.63 amount which you have earned, and it has grown to 11.3 lakhs. And at the end of the last year, this has grown to 12 lakh, and again you have got in your pocket a 6.3% return. So though you have got 12 lakh rupees after 3-year period, your annualized return is 6.3%. That is the return which you have got by investing the amount for a 1-year period. Now let us see how this calculation and how this has to be seen when we are talking about an annualized return for a periodic investment. So I'll take the similar example which we have taken for absolute return calculation in a periodic thing, that is 1 lakh rupee is invested every month. So for the first, and the whole investment horizon is for a 12-month period. So for the first 1 lakh rupee, you got a chance to invest it for a 12-month period. So you got around 12.7% return in this, which has grown to 1.127 lakh. But the next installment which we are investing is just kept for only 11 months. So at 12.7% interest, we are able to grow our 1 lakh rupee investment only to 1.11 lakh as compared to 1.127 in the previous SIP. So on and so forth, we calculate for a 10-year, for a third installment, it is a 10-month which we get. For the fourth installment, it will be only 9 months which we will get. So on and so forth, we keep adding all this, and all of them are getting at a return 12.7%, and you got a 12.8 lakh rupees. This means that the annualized return which you have got on your investment is 12.7%. Now this looks easy because I have given already the answer that each each of these period of 12 month and 11 month, the amount is growing by 12.7%. But what if we don't know what is that percentage it is growing with, right? Say if I just say that you are putting 1 lakh rupee every month and it has grown to 12.8 lakh, tell me what is the annualized return, right? So either we can do a hit and trial method in this, or we can actually see Microsoft, and you can take help from Microsoft Excel or OpenOffice, which have a formula of XIRR with them. By this formula, what we can do is we can put each month investment in a one column and the dates of investment in another column, and give in XIRR these two columns as an input, and we will get our annualized return as an output. And this you can always verify by the same logic which I have just illustrated to you in the previous slide. So I'll summarize this discussion now. We have taken if you have observed, we have taken the same example for both annualized and absolute returns. And in the first example, where one-time investment is done for a 3-year period and 10 lakh has grown to 12 lakh rupees, the absolute return is 20%, but the annualized return is 6.3%. And another example where we have taken a periodic investments, the investment has grown from 10 lakh to 12.8 lakh, but it is a periodic investment of 1 lakh rupee which has grown to 12.8 lakh rupees, and the absolute return is 6.67% and the annualized return is 12.7%. Thank you for being with us today.